Guys, Topical Comedian Part 2, weekly news roundup. Thanks for coming back. The Premier League returns behind closed doors. Very much like this gig. Nobody clapping, nobody laughing. Had to get my own audience in. Manchester City versus Arsenal. I wasn't sure who would have the advantage. Manchester City used to playing in front of half-empty stadiums, and Arsenal used to playing in front of silence. In the end, it worked out that City won comfortably 3-0. David Luiz, man of the match for Manchester City, plays for Arsenal in defence. Well, he didn't really play yesterday, did he? I mean, you know. So, and when the second goal went in, 48 minutes, the penalty, you could just imagine all the Arsenal fans streaming out of the stadium, catch the train back to London. You know, that joke also works for Manchester United fans. Anyway, the government have tried to somehow jump on the bandwagon of the U-turn caused by Marcus Rashford for the free school meals. On TV yesterday, Good Morning Britain in the morning, Matt Hancock got his name wrong, called him Daniel Rashford. Daniel, you're a star. I'll tell you what's getting his name wrong is really embarrassing for a man whose name ends in C-O-C-K. Early on in the pandemic, Matt Hancock was taking the daily briefing. Journalists said to him, he'd already asked the Premier League players to take a 30% pay cut. And someone pointed out to him that would cost the government, the tax office, and subsequently the NHS, would cost them 200 million. A 30% pay cut for the players. And he then said, the journalist asked Matt Hancock, will you and the government take a 20% pay cut? And Hancock said, no, we're just going to work extra hard, you know, on this pandemic. So what I've done is, because he won't take a pay cut, I've cut 20%, almost 20%, give or take, off of his name. The Prime Minister Boris Johnson was involved in a minor car crash in outside Westminster yesterday, Wednesday, opposed to the major car crash every time he's inside Westminster and he opens his mouth at the daily briefings, the PMQs, or interviews with journalists, you know. Daily testing targets, the update so far. At the moment, there are still more podcasts, memes and TikToks being created than daily tests. The government remain committed to the target, the daily target of 100,000 lies. Some days more, some days less, but there's always 100,000 lies. You know the government is lying when they say their manifesto is printed on 120% recycled paper. You know, good news. At the end of the daily briefing, there was a vaccine, potential vaccine being tested in Oxford. Dexamethasone. Sounds like someone Chelsea would sign, wouldn't it, for 48 million? The missing piece. But do people do they want to go back to work? The new normal, the public transport, face masks. A lot of people just want lockdown to continue for a little bit longer. You know, those people on furlough, basically, sitting in the park sunbathing, lazy bastards. Guys, you've been absolutely lovely. I don't know. Keep watching the videos and keep supporting the gigs. Bye, Topical Comedian. Bye.